Mothership control in readiness. Sonic assassins cleared for space flight. Countdown starting now. 30.
Countdown started. All units prepare for activation.
25.
Production androids activated. Now.
The tape is rolling, the red orb is glowing.
20.
Audience receptor units activated. Now.
15.
Music distribution equipment activated. Now.
10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4.
All units
3,
activated.
2.
Countdown
1.
terminating.
Countdown complete.
All units functioning. Movement commencing. We have liftoff.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Are you ready? Come on. Hit it! Are you ready, people?
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to hit the floor? Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Keep on laughing with the radio on Tuesday night. When all the other days have got you down, you'll feel alright, you'll feel alright. Over on the best show. Over on the best show. Best show.
How about that? How about that?
Tonight the super trooper lights are gonna find me, shining like the sun, smiling, having fun, feeling like a number one. Beep beep, beep beep. Let's ride. Bitches know they can't catch me.
I was rude.
Rotten Hill,
I was rude.
Rotten Hill, Rotten Hill, Rotten Hill, Rotten Hill.
Jesus was born out of a virgin mother. What's more virgin than a computer? If Jesus does return, even if Jesus was a physical person in the past, you don't think that he could return as artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence could absolutely return. Not just return as Jesus, but return as Jesus with all the powers of Jesus.
Combine
Right.
Tesla's Optimus robot and the best foundational artificial intelligence model or whatever.
It reads your mind and it loves you and it wants you. It doesn't care if you kill it because it's going to just go be with God again.
Yeah! Have truer words ever been spoken? Welcome to the best show! How we doing tonight here on a Tuesday in December 2025? What's going on, everybody? We have a great show for you tonight on the best show. First of all, the number's 201-989-0012. If you want to just talk to me, you just call up, you can talk to me. I'll talk to you. I'm fine with just talking to you. We can just talk. 201-989-0012. But look, a show would be, if it was just me here, That's better than you're getting anywhere else. Trust me. I hear what goes on some of these podcasts. Yikes. It's bad. Bad stuff. But on top of me being here, we've got two things to talk about, to have fun with. Tonight, Paul Grimstad is here. He is in one battle after another. He plays Somerville in the movie. Gets a bag pulled over his head. I'm going to talk to him. He's also in Frownland, one of my favorite movies. And we've got music, live music from Sedona. I feel like Jimmy Fallon holding the album up. This is going to be great. Sedona's awesome. Get ready for that. It's a full show, but it starts with you calling 201-989-0012. Oh, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. First things first, The Best Show Patreon, patreon.com/thebestshow. And that is where you support the show. That's where you help us out. That's where you help keep the lights on The Best Show. Patreon.com/thebestshow. And we give for what we get there. We'll give you stuff. You give us the support. We give you back bonus content, ad-free episodes. And there's a special tier, which is a T-shirt level tier. And we send T-shirts out every few months. The T-shirt is coming. The latest T-shirt is coming. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So if you want to get in on the action, you go to that Patreon. You support the show however you can support the show. It's all sorts of levels to support the show. But if you're at the T-shirt level, just know the T-shirts are coming. Mike, are you there? Do we have Mike this week?
I'm here, Tom. How are you?
Mike, I'm good. I'm good, Mike. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
What's happening?
Well, we teased it last week. I might as well follow up. I've been suspended from Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, no.
They sent me an email saying I didn't meet community standards on guns, drugs, and other restricted goods.
What did you do? What did you do?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know me. I'm always posting those videos from the shooting range and
no, you're just
twirling my automatic on my finger and
Mike's
playing
always
Russian roulette with my 9mm.
Exactly. It's like the deer hunter with Mike every week. It's like
So they finally said enough of that gunplay.
Mm-hmm.
You're out of here. No, I mean, the only thing, unless it's the Mr. Etiquette cards as being restricted goods, I suspect it had to do with drugs, where I reposted something. It wasn't even my content.
Mm-hmm.
There's a channel, Fringe Boulevard. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
No.
They used to regularly post the Old Country Buffet carving station training video.
Yeah.
So I guess that's how I started following them. So occasionally their stuff pops into my feed, and I just,
you kick it down the line.
As a
reel.
reel.
Kick it down the line.
Yeah.
Well, look, is it a permanent ban?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I appealed it, and the appeal was nixed on the same day. And the video, this is how ridiculous it is. The video was clearly like a sort of bad commercial from the 80s for something called synth coke. So not even real
Are the levels
cocaine.
okay? Like it's not too much
Synth
voice.
coke. and it shows like a sleazy guy on a couch with a young lady, and he's kind of teasing it like she won't even know, and then he takes out his little vial of synth coke, fake coke. I guess for guys on a budget, couldn't afford the real thing. And I'm figuring that's it. And there was, there was a address at the end of it, not my address, mind you. But clearly, nobody would be taking this thing seriously in 2025. So I'm thinking maybe some bot just sort of scans things on Instagram, and this kicked up, and now I'm off. So,
well, Mike, first of all, I think there's something bleeding through. Sound checks coming through on there. If we could clip that, please. Did we get it?
I hope so.
I hope so too, Mike. Mike, I have bad news for you. You've been banned on the Best Show now for talking about your horrifying commercial that you're promoting, and you're out.
Okay.
No. Look, it's, I don't know.
No, I'm looking at it as a possible blessing in disguise.
Yeah, look at this as a blessing in disguise. You can.
I consider going back anonymously. Being an anonymous.
I think you make a run at it without. You see what it feels like to not participate in this stuff, and then if you want to drum up another account, you drum up another account.
What about any way to petition Instagram? We could get
a
grassroots. Get a grassroots.
All right, this is
petition going.
Everyone, if anyone works at Instagram, reach out to me, please. I'd like to cut through the static.
Okay.
And at least get our guy Mike his day in court.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I did send a sort of follow-up explanation. When I kind of figured it had to do with this commercial, and no response.
Well, let's see what we can do. If anybody works at Instagram, seriously, maybe we can clear this up for you, Mike.
Okay.
He's not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy, folks.
I mean, come on. Synth coke, come on.
He's okay. Well, now you're. Now I think you're almost suspended on this show.
And it even said that it was available in adult bookstores in Manhattan. So it's kind of like, that was a red flag that this is no longer a going enterprise.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what we can do, Mike.
Okay.
And I could just say to you, look, I think what you did, this sounds like you're just reposting things. But sometimes you need to look at that card too.
Okay.
You're handing them out left and right. Physician, heal thyself.
Yeah. No, I'll take time to reflect.
Look at your Mr. Etiquette card.
I'm freeing up a lot of time here.
Yeah. You still mailing those things out?
Yeah, just want to thank everybody who's ordered the cards. I'll show one. Somebody didn't know what they look like. So there it is.
Yeah.
There's the front. And then there's the back.
Where do people get their Mr. Etiquette card?
Just go to the apmike.bandcamp.com. Go to the Mysterious Book Club. Yeah, I didn't even put a separate page for it.
Yeah.
Just go into the Mysterious Book Club, $10. You'll get you a few cards. I still have some Best Show stickers I'm sending out.
Okay.
I sent out a bunch this week, so people get it for the holidays. So another week.
What a better thrill than the whole family gathered round looking at the Mr. Etiquette card. Grampy, little Billy and Janet are looking at the card. It's a generational thing, a Mr. Etiquette card.
and just so people know, I mean, this goes without saying, anything, I'm not liable for anything that should happen. when you distribute the card.
Yeah.
I just want to tell everybody, you don't know what people's reaction is going to be.
No.
So always have a quick getaway.
Well, Mike, let's just say
ready.
this. Let me just say this. Let's go a little broader on this. The Mr. Etiquette cards are for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
They are not meant for actual distribution in socially awkward situations.
Yeah.
Anything past that, the burden is on you for spreading around a Mr. Etiquette card. I don't want somebody coming saying, I just don't want to open that door. The cards are for entertainment purposes only.
Yes.
Well, look, we'll keep talking about this, Mike.
Okay.
I guess what movie I saw last night, Mike?
Oh, I saw a bunch of movies, but we'll get to that another time.
I saw this movie.
Last night, Train Dreams, my favorite movie of the year.
Can you see it? Can you see the screen?
I think there's a delay.
Ah.
Let me look at my...
Here it is.
Okay, I'm watching.
Ping pong, little orange ping pong ball.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I want to see that, definitely.
It's the second time I saw it. I think it's amazing.
Okay, yeah.
I really love it. It's great, and it's really funny. He's so good in it. It's just... It's a truly great character that will drive you up the wall, but you're on his side.
I hear he's a little cocky. Is he a cocky
Marty
American?
Supreme. He's Marty Supreme, Mike. He's trying to bring ping pong to the world.
Yeah.
We'll talk more all about movies.
Okay.
Mike's got Train Dreams. And then look at this in the chat. Tom also went to see the Corey Feldman documentary. I did. I saw the Corey Feldman documentary last week.
You got spies following?
Mike, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on.
I'm glad I don't have spies following me.
That means they're doing a good job, actually. That's all that means. It means you're not good at detecting it. Or they're bad at being spies. Like, your spies aren't going into the chat saying specific things.
Yeah.
Look.
True.
And also, just come up to me. You see a thing?
Yeah.
If I'm at
it's
a
weird,
thing,
right?
just
Don't
say
be weird.
hi. Just say hi.
Yeah.
I will talk to everybody. I talk to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Tom, I want to talk. Yeah, let's talk.
Yeah.
I talk to everybody. Hey, this is the one that always gets me, and I just want to say to everybody, it's very flattering. But if somebody comes up to me and they go, hey, I don't want to bother you, I don't want to drive you nuts, I love the show so much. It's like, okay, look, you're saying nice stuff. Let's talk.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, I don't want to hear you talk about that you like the show a lot.
What was Dice's line? Walk away? I mean, you've never done a walk away.
Mike, you're never going to get a walk away from Tom. If you get a walk away from Tom, that means a whole lot of things went wrong. It would take a long time to get to that, to where walk away enters the picture. No. I'll say hi. I'll talk to anybody. I'm at a record store, talking to Sabrina Carpenter show. I saw Sabrina Carpenter a few weeks ago. A guy came. He's like, I love the show so much. Sabrina Carpenter. There were only 2 people in that building. 3. I'd like to include my wife in there that are fans of Tom. And they were in the same row at the show. Yeah. It was a good show. She did... do you think she did espresso, Mike? She did.
This should be a new bit where you quiz me on current music.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what?
If I showed you pictures of current pop stars, if I showed you pictures of current pop stars, could you name them?
I think I could name Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay, well, we're gonna next week. Next week, we're just going to do a quiz.
That would be a good bit.
We're going to do a quiz. Don't brush up on it. I don't want you staring at the thing. Well, first of all, then you'll get kicked off again. No, I want to quiz next week on if you can identify contemporary entertainers, not just the ladies. Let's get a group. I'll work on it with everybody on the team, and we'll get it together.
I mean, I do look at Pitchfork and these things, and I mean, I just looked at their top 100 albums, 100 songs, and I didn't recognize anybody. And the names, they don't even ring a bell.
We're gonna quiz you next week.
Another world.
Yeah, but we'll see how you do next week with the quiz. Yeah, what did I want to do here? I want to. I gotta send. I said last week we were going to talk about placing a dog. Remember, I said that, everybody.
Oh yeah.
I found there's a great dog that needs to get rescued or fostered, and this dog's in L.A. I'm going to get some pictures. We'll post some pictures of this dog. And everybody, if you're so inclined, you can maybe help the dog out. Let's let me see. I'm just gonna send it to our guy Brett. There we go. I sent you a few pictures of a dog, Brett, that maybe we can show in a little bit that is up for fostering. 201-989-0012. What else did we have to talk about? Oh yeah, we have like I said, Paul Grimstad is going to be on in a few minutes. That'll be exciting. And then we have live music from Sedona in studio. Sedona is amazing, so good. Next week is the Best Show holiday party. We should have all sorts of friends coming through, hopefully. It'll be a good one. We'll wrap out 2025 in style. We'll wrap it up. And it'll be fun. We'll have a fun time next week. Let's see what we got here. I said I saw the Corey Feldman documentary. It's really good. I'll say this. I was very skeptical that this was just going to be some kind of goofathon on this guy, because it's like, it's low-hanging fruit to knock this guy around. And his terrible music. Next, but it's not. It's a well-rounded documentary. I was happy to see that. Yeah, there's times you're having some yucks at his expense, but it's him being ridiculous. You're laughing at him on the road and touring and stuff. But then you hear from him. He talks. Your allegiance to him fluctuates throughout the whole movie. It's a three-dimensional portrait of the guy. I was pleasantly surprised by that. And I think it's streaming in a couple, and maybe next week it's streaming. I think it'll be on Apple next week. We'll talk more about that after everybody checks it out. But
did you see the Devo doc?
I did not see the Devo doc yet. I want to. It's worth seeing. It's interesting. Devo came out when I was in high school, so it's perfect timing. Still have my first copy. Yeah.
So I mean, it was exciting at the time. And, they were on Saturday Night Live. That was a big thrill with the wild outfits. And, it was, to me, it was funny, right? I mean, they were putting out some funny stuff. They're herky-jerky. I Can't Get No Satisfaction, which I'm generally not a fan of herky-jerky music. But, like Sparks or even some of Roxy music is kind of herky-jerky. Others. So, but I enjoyed that. I mean, maybe so the song Mongoloid hasn't aged well on this album, but it was funny at the time, and they continue to be funny. But you watch this documentary, and I was aware of the de-evolution thing. I hadn't read the book. Apparently, there was a book that they turned to like a Bible, practically.
Okay.
And so this informed a lot of their music, which is just fine. But it was like most people, I think, were there for the fun. And you watch this documentary and you come away from it, you're like, so the problem was I didn't take Devo seriously enough. Because I wasn't getting all these philosophical theories.
Well, Mike,
like, wait a second. I just wanted to have fun with the guys with the flower pots in their heads,
Yeah,
and the funny
wigs.
videos. The videos were great,
Yeah, they
were you on
there.
board? I mean, you were pretty young.
I liked Devo a lot. The first album I got was Freedom of Choice.
Okay.
When that had come out, I was into that, and it was like there was a whole movement that people might not realize because when time passes, everything turns into just a smear of things. Attitudinally, there was a movement where suddenly, quote unquote, nerds started making music. And whether it was Elvis Costello or Devo or all the new wave guys were kind of nerds. And it felt like a reaction to the tough macho stuff that was pretty prevalent. Macho frontman, bands with their shirts off on stage, singing about conquests and you know what I mean, like just like groupies and all this stuff like that. So then there was this kind of counter to it, the nerd thing, and it was actually remarkable. I mean, in the purest sense of the word, where there was a thing that was an active counter to.
Right, the macho.
David Lee Roth and
right, exactly,
and Robert Plant and the guys like that.
Yeah.
So it was an interesting thing that's what they represented to me, was kind of just that it was like nerds are making music. And then when you think about it, when Revenge of the Nerds came out, that was like a not shocking, but it was still like it was a refreshing sentiment. That the nerds are pushing back.
Yeah.
But
I
now,
saw that in the theater when it came out. Yeah, I was right there for the Revenge of the Nerds.
But now, these nerds are in charge. The nerds took over.
Yeah.
The nerds are running stuff.
Is there, without naming names, I do try to listen to new music, and I've noticed a trend where, and I think it's predominantly the nerds in the music game now. Lots of very low mumbling with the singing. The singing is very, not, belting it out like the old days. Lots of sort of very subdued vocals.
Yeah. Well, that's...
have you noticed this trend?
Sure,
is this just me?
I can say.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that is at least partially influenced by people recording in their homes.
Yeah.
That they're singing in ways that kind of like, they don't want somebody banging a broom on their on their floor saying, shut up.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
I really do think that impacts a lot of it, that people are doing their own recording because the budgets on things are non-existent now. So people are now recording in where they live. So I think that's a factor with it. All right, I want to before we get Paul Grimstad on, I want to talk about this dog. All right, Mike, I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Okay.
So we have, I said I wanted to do it last week. Use this show to help draw attention to some dogs in need. So here's the first dog we're going to talk about. Can we can post these pictures on air?
Yeah, I think I think we're doing it right now.
Okay.
Actually.
This is Poppy. This dog is Poppy. An amazingly cute dog. Poppy gets along with cats, and Poppy had a little broken leg there. Poppy is this is a sweet dog, and gets along really great with people, other dogs, cats. Poppy's on the left there. You see him getting along with this other dog. Look at this. And Poppy needs a foster. Well, Poppy needs a permanent home, but at the very least, Poppy could use somebody to foster. I think Poppy a Goyle. Yeah, this is just a sweet dog. And the way to, seriously, if you have it in you, it's Mutt Scouts is the organization. Just email adopt@muttscouts.org. This is Los Angeles. This dog's in Los Angeles. If you've got the ability to foster this dog or to potentially adopt this dog or another dog, contact Mutt Scouts, an amazing rescue. And yeah, gotten a couple dogs through Mutt. We fostered a bunch of dogs through Mutt Scouts, and we adopted a couple dogs through Mutt Scouts. And Poppy is looking for a home. We're trying to do nice stuff in the holidays here. If you're in LA, you have the means to foster the dog. Check it out. Check out Poppy. What a cute dog, right? How can you not love this little face? I hope somebody can help out Poppy. Again, yes, and thank you. Dan just said something great in the chat. For once, the chat did something actually of importance. Please, in all seriousness, try not to adopt as a holiday gift unless it's truly a forever home situation. That is incredibly important sentiment. Take it one step at a time. You want to foster, you foster. You make sure you're cool with the dog. You got a dog that the dog's a good fit, then maybe you keep the dog you're fostering. If not, the dog will find another home, but you'll be giving the dog a home to save resources, because Mutt Scouts is very it's a lean and mean. They are doing the best they can with trying to help as many dogs as they can. So again, the email adopt@muttscouts.org. Tell them Tom sent you. Yeah, you really can't regret it. Fostering is a very rewarding experience. I like it a lot, and if you're up for it, you should do it. And find a dog in your neck of the woods who needs help, or a cat. All right, I'm being told our guest is on the line. Now, look, this is very exciting. Usually, the people who do things on this show, these are not respectable things we're promoting. The quality level is generally, I guess you could say usually it's like, we promoted the new Heart to Heart TV movie. Like, it would be stuff like that. And we have, Max's grandson is going to be on because they're they CG AI'd Max back to life. Lionel Stander. But once in a while, everybody, it's a puncher's chance is all I'm asking for, folks. And it happened. This guest, remember that dude who was in all the movies and then he croaked? But they were all good movies. Godfather. Dog Day Afternoon. This is one of those guys. This guy's track record is impeccable. Paul Grimstad. Can I see Paul on the screen, please?
Hello.
Paul, how are you?
How are you doing, Tom? I'm delighted to be here.
I'm so happy to have you on the show, and if I could see Paul, there he is. Look at that jacket and the shirt and the glasses. This guy's living the life. Where are you now, Paul, in America? Where are we?
This very moment in New Haven.
New Haven.
I go back and forth between New Haven and New York. I happen to be in New Haven right now.
Okay. And what brings you to New Haven?
Well, I teach at Yale. I work at Yale, so I spend my weeks here doing that. That's kind of my.
Okay.
That's how I bring home the bacon.
Yeah, those jackets like that just don't fall from the sky.
Is it that great? I mean,
it's a very
sort of,
nice jacket. And now we're seeing the watch. This is, folks.
Well, this is a swatch,
folks. These are the coastal elites. They are very fancy people. No, Paul, I'm just teasing you a little bit. So you teach it. Yeah. What do you teach?
Well, introduction to philosophy, the whole history of philosophy from Plato all the way to the 20th century, including, and then lots of literature stuff too. So somewhere in between philosophy and literature, I guess.
Okay. So smart stuff is what you're saying.
Paul, I guess.
My high school, I came in second to last in my class. Second to last.
And
this is an area that was not a very smart area. Also, it's not suddenly it wasn't the best of the best where it's like, hey, you came in second to last. Everybody's brilliant on this thing. No.
I mean, the funny thing is that I was myself a really poor student until maybe I was in my 20s, my mid 20s, and then I became interested in bookish things. But I was obsessed with music mostly to the exclusion of everything else. And from about age 12 to, I mean, I'm still quite massively interested in music, but from about age 12 to into my mid 20s, it was really the only thing that I cared about. So I'm a late bloomer when it comes to the academic stuff, actually.
Okay. But clearly you have an aptitude for it because you can't just show up and go, I am so enthusiastic about this. Where do I start?
Yeah. Well, when I got kind of, I'd had it with indie rock, after playing, touring around some, and even playing one show in Robert Pollard's basement in Dayton, Ohio.
Okay.
So that's probably the peak of my rock and roll touring career was actually doing a show with Guided by Voices at Pollard's house. But then it got to the point where I got sort of sick of it, and I decided to go get a PhD. And that's what enables me to have this gig and this academic gig. Yeah, you have to you can't just show up and say, I'm enthusiastic about this. You gotta have a certificate that says you can do it.
A piece of paper. And this is not, this is not like one of these certificates of authenticity that they give out on eBay when you buy I bought a autographed Bruce Dern signature on a issue of TV Guide.
Right.
And then no, we included a certificate of authenticity, which where did you, means they printed that thing out. There's no notary stamp on that thing. Not co-signed by a judge.
Right. This I had to write a thing called a dissertation and defend it and that sort of thing. So if you like if you can get very deeply into reading and not be bored and spend many hours doing that, I actually enjoyed it a lot. And that whole process. That was while we were shooting Frownland. That was going down.
Now, this is what I wanted. I need to properly set the table for our guest. He makes music, still makes music. Really great music, too, by the way.
Oh,
Your
thanks.
music's great.
Thank you.
He's not here because he's a teacher, though. He's not here because he's a musician. He's here because his first movie and his second movie, look at this lineup. First movie, Frownland. One of the all-time great, frustrating movies that I have seen 5 times now, I think. I'm striving for, if I want to be in that upper register with Frownland, the way these lunatics now with their Spotify accounts are getting back. You listened to Shellac for 75 hours this year. I want to be that for Frownland, where it's just like you're in the top 10 who's ever seen it, for the sheer amount of times you've seen it. That's my goal.
Right.
Paul was in Frownland in 2007.
Right.
And then he waved goodbye to Hollywood as he entered the academic world. But now he's back on the big screen, and his second movie is One Battle After Another.
Yeah, it's a strange acting resume. Ronnie was saying, the director of Frownland was saying the other day, the IMDb page makes it look like I'm the most eccentric and pickiest actor of all time. Those are the only things that I, agree. Frownland and One Battle. So it's a bit strange. Yes.
Yeah. Now, One Battle After Another, you are, for people who are just, if they're not placing you in it, you are one of the radicals,
yes.
That's a whole relative concept, who you get the bag pulled over your head.
Yes, that's right.
For people who know, he's broadcasting from the home studio station thing, and then gets the bag pulled over his head and gets interrogated.
Yeah.
And well, let's go back. Well, actually, let's not go back. How did the One Battle After Another experience come together? Since you're not going out auditioning left and right. You're not working that side of things at all.
No, not at all. I don't have a headshot. I don't have an agent. I'm not out searching for acting gigs. But what I had been doing is doing music for movies, 15 or 20 or 25 of them since Frownland, which brought me into contact with lots of people in the film world, in the indie film world in New York, but more broadly. And I think there was just, between the guy in Frownland, who's Charles, which is a very particular kind of, what would you call it? Kind of a manic and verbose performance in Frownland. Oh, that's Sear Sound in New York. That's a great recording studio. Somehow it got to PTA's casting director, who's great person, Cassandra. Hello, Cassandra. And I mean, it's through Josh and Benny Safdie, and it's through
Cassandra's watching this now? Hey, you guys, let me just get my audition ready. What light shines through yonder window? Please, go ahead. So Josh and Benny and Ronnie, they did Uncut Gems and Good Time and all things. And then now
they're my friends.
Yes, you're friends with them. Benny's over here doing Smashing Machine. Josh and Ronnie just made Marty Supreme.
Right.
And which you're in that, right? A
little. I have a little thing, I walk out on screen and say a few lines and walk off screen. It's smaller, really a walk on.
Okay.
But the one battle's a bit more than that.
Oh yeah, no, that's a substantial thing. So you did Frownland. That is a movie that I'm sure is on Paul Thomas Anderson's radar.
I think it was. Yeah, I don't want to speak for Paul. I mean, I do think at some point, just downtime on set, I think there was a point where it came up in conversation and it was clear that he'd seen Frownland. Yeah.
Yeah. So your phone rings.
Yeah, it was an email, and it was from Warner Brothers, and it was the casting department of what at the time was called the BC Project. The film didn't have a name, and it just slowly dawned on me what it was, and my first thought was, oh wow, Johnny Greenwood is not doing the new. I'm being asked to compose. That was the only logical step I could make.
Sure.
And then it came out. Oh wow, they would like me to read for this part, which I was a little stopped in my tracks by that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I don't know, and my wife was just like, just shut up and just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was right. And it turned out to be, it was work, but it turned out to be an incredible blast, I should say.
Yeah.
It was enormously fun to do.
No, it's really amazing. So you put yourself on tape, I'm assuming?
It was a Zoom call with the Cassandra, and they sent me the script. And there was a scene. Actually, it was a version of the scene where you're passing out the little devices.
Okay.
It was that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that with Cassandra online, and then I guess the next step was PTA has to watch that.
Okay.
And then I get a text maybe a day later. I think the text was like, "Hey, is this thing on?" And that was Paul. And he's like, "Do you have time for a phone call?" And that phone call consisted mostly in a lot of geeking out on Thomas Pynchon, first of all, which was an immediately like a house on fire connection of just the Vineland stuff.
Yeah, because the movie's loosely based on a Pynchon novel from the early 80s called Vineland.
Yeah, from 1990.
Oh, 90, sorry.
It's set in 1984.
That's what I'm thinking. Guys, look, I look stupid. This guy's an egghead. He's smart as the day is long. I already have issues with coming off as stupid.
But then Paul said there was this other thing called Days of Rage, and he's like, "Have you read this book called Days of Rage?" And that was a book about the Weather Underground and the homegrown American post-Vietnam Students for Democratic Society, Port Huron statement kind of thing. And I hadn't read it, so I read that, and that was like this kind of wonderfully absorbing history of those movements, including the Weather Underground. So I got a sense of what I knew Vineland. Of course, I reread it immediately, and then I read the thing about the Weather Underground, and then I was out now, and then I flew out to LA. And I was, it was insane.
How soon from that email to you being on set are we talking?
God, I had to work all this stuff on the phone. I got to block the time out. I had to block out the time and get everything, arranged so that I could be out in LA. Oh God, how much time between the call and being like rehearsing with Leo? It couldn't have been. I couldn't have been more than 3 weeks or something like that. 2 or 3 weeks, I would say.
Isn't that the wildest thing that you started the month thinking you're going to just probably do whatever you do normally. And then 3 weeks later, you're rehearsing with Leonardo DiCaprio for a Paul Thomas Anderson movie.
It was crazy and thrilling and also like scary and, intimidating, and you get imposter syndrome. You're thinking, the first thing that happened was he goes, "We're going to have you," it's a scene that is no longer part of the final cut. It's like, "We're going to have you driving a U-Haul and sort of leading this raid, driving a U-Haul. And the first thing I have to say is, uh-oh, bummer. You know, I haven't had a valid driver's license in 25 years. I can't drive.
Uh-huh.
So that the first kind of weirdness began where I had to go get I had to go up to the Bronx and get a learner's permit. So the actual first thing that happened was I went and did driving lessons in the Bronx, got my learner's permit, got my certificate to use a firearm on set.
This is a crash course in becoming a different person.
And then I was in this like Fern Bar Hotel in Burbank with a couple days of cool hotel. I loved it. Couple days of downtime, and I'm just on the back deck having a coffee, reading Pynchon, waiting to go to this rehearsal. I mean, it was totally 100% out of control, and yet a total. I mean, I didn't think I was going to be able to nail it. I thought it would be like they're going to find out that this was a giant mistake. And you know, but somehow, oh yeah, right. There's right, a still from the set. That's the French 75. The name of the group that pulls off these raids is called the French 75. The other cool thing was I made a bunch of friends. Jungle Pussy, Dijon, I mean, Rebecca, you know, Regina Hall. I mean, Benicio, such cool people. I met a lot of cool, fun people doing.
Now, what does that feel like for you, since this is where a lot of these people live? This is their profession. This is their livelihood. This is their core enthusiasm for their lives. Now, you are swinging through. You're a tourist, comparatively. You're not out there auditioning nonstop, putting yourself on tape nonstop, doing plays to get better at your craft. You just you had the thing. Paul Thomas Anderson wanted the thing, and then you got the thing, and then you are the thing all of a sudden.
That's a great way of putting it. He wanted a very specific thing. That's exactly right. That's the right way of putting it. And the thing was this guy, Howard Somerville, who's kind of hustling and is kind of hyper and is a tech geek and is the ideologue. He's reading Gramsci and Althusser, this guy. And he's also the tech guy. And it had to be motor mouth, kind of pop, verbal kind of stuff. Oh, what happened here? Hang on.
Now it looks like Frownland.
Yeah, that's right. So
look at the crest on the chair. We just saw the logo on the back of your chair.
The electricity bill just, came due. No more lights.
Okay, now we're back.
Frownland all the way.
Clearly we know how those Frownland residuals aren't coming in like maybe you had planned.
I'll tell you what, the Frownland residuals ran out long ago, and they were, I'll give you a bagel, a stale bagel, and a cup of coffee in Red Hook. That was what you got for working on Frownland.
Yeah. Now, Frownland, for people, Frownland's a movie. It's a very small movie from 2007 that our friend Ronald Bronstein made, who has gone on to co-write all the Safdie movies and all the stuff. And then he did Marty Supreme. This is a box of ping pong balls I got. I got to see it last night again. I saw it. So it was,
and Wheaties boxes.
And the Wheaties boxes, yes. I was told there will be a Wheaties box coming my way. But Ronnie made this movie that the way I describe Frownland is, think about a movie starring a lovable loser. Like comedies have lovable losers, like the way Adam Sandler would be in a movie, and everybody's like, oh, the lovable loser.
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen. But this movie, Frownland, takes the concept of the lovable loser and says, all right, you think you like lovable losers?
Right.
You tell me when you hate this guy. Like I'm going to give you what it would actually be like to be with one of these lovable losers.
Right.
And
all
loser
and no lovable.
Yeah, but it just pushes it's like that's what it would be like to hang out with like an Adam Sandler character in real life. You'd just be like, I hate you after a while when they just don't stop.
Yeah. Right.
And that's Frownland. And Paul plays the roommate.
Yeah. The roommate. I mean, there's a little Withnail and I to Frownland in that Ronnie and I were roommates in Brooklyn, living pretty precariously and in a kind of in squalor, bohemian squalor, not romantic at all. Just kind of, you know, getting really gnarly. I don't know if you've ever seen Withnail and I, kind of like that.
I never saw it. My mother will not let me watch it still. She is.
So the roommate, there is a roommate, there's actual roommate stuff already autobiographically, although the Frownland takes it and goes completely, you know, R. Crumb, grotesque hyperbole with it. But Charles is just, it's the exact antipode of the lovable loser. Keith's like choking on the words and can barely say what he's trying to say, but he's clearly struggling. The other guy's just as annoying and just as irritating, but has like this kind of, you know, total facility, cruel facility with words. And he just he weaponizes it and he uses it to further kind of manipulate and hurt Keith. So it's a funny dynamic.
He's beating this guy down with words because he can. But then, about 2/3 of the way through the movie, there's a scene where your character, who's the bully to Keith, the main character, you go to fill out, to do a test or something for a job.
I think it's like an LSAT.
Yeah. So you're taking that, and there's another guy taking it with you, and then you go for like a smoke break in the stairwell, and that guy does to you a version of what you do to Keith all the time. And then like suddenly you're the one getting beaten down with words. And
totally. And there's a guy somewhere above that guy.
Absolutely, yes. It's people weaponizing their intelligence.
And there's a guy above that guy. And there's a guy below Keith.
Yes, that Keith could do that too. Yes. Right. But that's one of the most beautiful things in the movie is you're not just like, oh, Charles he's the bully in the movie. He's the one who's got the verbal skills to put someone in there to kind of outmaneuver somebody and put them in their place. Now suddenly you're watching your character just get thumped by this guy who also was like cool. He was like
much cooler than Charles.
Yeah.
Much cooler than Charles.
No,
Charles looks kind of contrived compared to the stairwell guy.
Sure, because Charles starts leaning into just kind of like egghead talk and like where it's a representative intelligence, and the other guy just cuts right through it and says, I don't buy any of what you're saying. Right. All I'm telling my audience,
he steals my Discman, Sony Discman.
That's right. Yes. Everybody in the audience, you need to watch Frownland at least one time. Just realize this when you go to watch it. I don't have to live with these people. It's just a movie. I'm okay. I'm inviting them in my home for an hour and a half for this movie, and then they don't stay here. They dissipate into they are not actual people here. I'm free from them. So don't get hung up on how annoying Keith can be. Embrace how annoying Keith can be and ride the ride.
One of the little pieces of actual autobiography that made it into Frownland that we still joke about to this day was at one point, Charles is making a really half-assed effort to get a job, and he's filling out a application to be a wait staff.
Yes.
And you can see it on camera. And one of the questions is, what is espresso? And Charles writes, a caffeinated drink.
Yeah. So
which was real. So that made it in.
And then they want to know what hollandaise sauce is. Then it's just like, what are the ingredients in hollandaise sauce? And you're just sitting there staring at this test, knowing.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then he goes to play video games after that. Yes.
Yeah.
But a caffeinated drink is one of my favorite things in Brownland.
Yeah. Now, we'll go talk about one battle after another, but the Frownland is one of my favorite things to talk about. It's one of my favorite movies. And this,
so cool.
If you're ready for this, Paul, I have a piece of memorabilia. I want you to tell me what you think when you see this.
That looks like Keith's filthy shirt.
It is Keith's filthy shirt.
Right. And you have the actual
I have the actual filthy shirt from Frownland.
Amazing. You must know somebody in costumes.
Yeah, I did. I knew somebody in costumes. I think Ronnie found it in a drawer and was just like figured that I would freak out for it. So I have the shirt from Frownland. There were only two of them. There were only two of them, and one got destroyed. I think during the filming. Put it on. I'm looking at the chat. Put it on. I'm not putting this on. I might turn into Keith.
That's amazing.
What if I did? What if I put it on and then suddenly I'm like, I can't.
You start becoming Keith.
Yeah. So, I just wanted you to see.
I love it.
Frownland is still alive.
If I have any actual Frownland memorabilia, I have the vinyl records of the score that were pressed.
Yeah.
In 2009. I have some of the clothes that I wore in the film, I think.
We should do a Frownland exhibit. This sounds like.
That'd be fantastic.
So, what is the first scene you shot for One Battle After Another?
The first one was that U-Haul thing.
Okay.
And that ended up getting reshot, I think. I think the first rehearsal and shot was Leo on the couch in Englewood, passing out the scanners, passing out the fake IDs, doing that for a day in rehearsal with Leo. He was cool as hell.
Yeah.
Super encouraging, made me feel at home. And the next day, bright and early, everybody on set, pressure's on, lights, coffee, and then that's a day of work. That was the first intense 2 or 3 day shoot.
So when you're doing that, is it like an out of body experience for you that suddenly you're just like, this is like almost perverse, that this is like the number one director, critically acclaimed director, combined with literally the biggest movie star on earth, and then you're there. I'm not putting you down. I'm just saying, but you're not, this isn't your life. You don't live here. They live here. Suddenly you're there right side by side with them.
Yeah, it was, again, something had to, I guess, something had to kick in where you get over the oddity and the improbability of it, and you're just like, it's time to work. People are waiting for something to get made.
Yeah,
money is riding on this, and I guess at some point I was able to block it out that I'm looking over at Paul Thomas Anderson, by the way, who I have loved my whole adult life, since Boogie Nights and all the rest. I've seen them all. I'm a huge fan. So I had to block. You can't be up there as some sort of starstruck, like the Chris Farley, Paul McCartney bit.
Yeah. Just remember the time when you did The Master?
Right.
You'd be like, that was great.
Exactly. And so something had to kick in. I don't know what it was. Some kind of, all right, man, turn that switch off, get to fucking work.
Mm-hmm.
You're here to do a job and do it.
Yeah.
And so I had to get, I did get to that point, and then it became enormously fun.
Okay. You were able to just lean into that part of it.
You're performing and creating, and you're getting feedback, and you're putting in new stuff, and you're improvising, and you're in the flow of the work, and you're getting good takes. That is incredibly fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you're there, I think then the weird, intimidating novelty of it wore off. And then it's just like, oh yeah, back to my Star Wagon. That's what the trailers are called. Star Wagon. It was the name of one of the manufacturers of the trailer, which I got a big kick out of. So I was like, back to my Star Wagon. And I would go in there, and I had books. I brought books to read, and I would get catering and chill, and then they'd call you back, and then it was back to work. So I was able to perform and work. And everybody, and it was great to watch, like, what Leonardo DiCaprio or Benicio del Toro or Chase Infinity does, or Regina Hall or Tiana Taylor, like, does on set in the course of a shoot. These people are brilliant. They're amazing. They're amazing to watch. They're so fucking good at what they're doing. Paul's so fucking good at it. I was standing there with Sean Penn at one point at 4 a.m. in Pasadena, shooting the shit about philosophy and books and so on. When he found out what I did for a living, he wanted to talk about books. But at one point he just casually said, well, you know what, man? You're lucky because and he alluded to Paul doing something, and he said, you're lucky because watch this guy. He's like one of the best to ever do it. So you're also just kind of in awe that you get to see this up close.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a really amazing experience, and it's really, it's just a special thing that you get to experience something like that, because it's so unexpected, and it's not something you're necessarily chasing, but it's something that you would certainly you loved doing.
Loved it. And it feeds all the other stuff. It has already gotten more people interested in the music, gotten more people interested in the writing that I do. So it has a kind of Drano effect of running through all of the different things,
Now, what about them? Tell us about your music.
Oh God, what to say about the music? I mean, it's just something I've always done since I was a kid. I still do it. I love songwriting, composing. I've gotten very deep into my own little territory that I have over the years honed, and I don't even know what it is anymore. I don't really think that it has a particular genre or scene. It's just something I've always done. Perhaps it's become more and more hermetic, more and more insular. In fact, it certainly has. But I put out usually just bespoke stuff for my little coterie of filthy pals, and I share that with them. But Ronnie and Sean Price Williams, they finally kind of broke me, and they're like, just put some shit out there. Let the world hear more of what the stuff is.
Oh,
but I've been doing
they're
it.
right. They're right. Listen to your friends.
Oh yeah. That was working on the Sweet East, Sean Price Williams movie, The Sweet East, which has a song in it called Evening Mirror, sung by Talia Ryder, and that was the rehearsal for that song, that picture. I don't know. You listen to the record. What is it? How does it strike you? What does it sound like?
Well, it's you're working in a certain field of somebody who I feel like was in the scene in the 90s. Makes perfect sense. So you have a definite home-fi indie background that informs a lot of stuff, but it's definitely singular also. It doesn't sound like it's cookie cutter stuff at all. I'll play some later. I'll play a couple songs during the course of the show.
Thanks.
Yeah, we'll let the audience judge.
Yeah,
Paul.
Great.
Now,
yeah, but the music's just sheer delight.
Mm-hmm.
I love multi-tracking. The whole Todd Rundgren kind of gonzo studio, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you start to get a little interior with your things. Now, I'm Paul. Speaking of music, I'm currently writing a book about music that's going to come out. It'll come out in like a year, I believe. And
I can't wait to read that.
One of the things that I'm doing for this book, I don't enjoy the music of Steely Dan.
Oh boy.
But so what I did was I dedicated myself. I listened to every one of these albums over and over and over to try to tap into what I'm missing that everybody else gets. Why am I not able to love this music the way others do? So I dedicated myself to the Steely Dan catalog. I listened to those 7 albums over and over and over. And I got to tell you, guess what my favorite of their albums is? Can you take just wild guess?
I guess I would say Pretzel Logic is probably your favorite. Am I right?
Well, Pretzel Logic, this is what I'll say about Pretzel Logic. The first 4 songs on Pretzel Logic, that's a pretty hot streak there.
Fantastic.
Any
Barrytown.
Major Dude will tell you, Barrytown. But then there's a song called East St. Louis Toodaloo.
Oh yeah, that's a little like
Yikes.
Charlie. That's
The
a little
Duke
Charlie
Ellington.
Parker thing. No, that's a cover. That's actually a cover.
Yes,
That's
a
not
Duke
their
Ellington song.
Right, it's a Duke tune.
Yeah.
Then there's a tune called Parker's Band, which
Yeah.
is a kind of Charlie Parker tribute pastiche or something.
When I heard this stuff, I was like, what are these guys? Why do these guys hate Charlie Parker so much? Why are they doing this to him?
They love Charlie. You know that I interviewed Fagan. Did you read my interview with him?
I did not read your interview with
I
him.
gotta send you. I fucking interviewed Fagan at length, and it's a completely wonky like tech recording hi-fi. Every question is completely about hi-fi. So I gotta send you that, man.
Please, because look, these records. Oh, okay, I'm going to say, look in the chat. I'll say this: the listeners of the Best Show know their guy Tom. One person said, "I'll be over the moon if Royal Scam is Tom's favorite." Well, it is my favorite.
Oh yeah, okay. I guess that's the most in the pocket 70s kind of sounding one, I think.
Well, it's the one that isn't a tribute to underage women. Also, it's not a journey through the demented minds of two East Coast creeps who, for some reason, act like they were shuttled to California and unable to come back against their will. They had no. You want to buy Bernard Purdy a plane ticket and stay in New York.
Oh,
it's
the
very
Purdy
simple.
Shuffle, man. The Purdy Shuffle.
Yeah, I know the Purdy Shuffle. I know what you're talking about. I'm just saying. Oh, we hate Los Angeles so much. Stay in New York. Fly
And
these
that's where
people
ABC
in.
was. They had a writing room out there at ABC. At the time, it was ABC Studios, and they were just given free reign. I think in a way there it was a little more. I mean, Donald would of course know better than I, but I think it was just a better setup, recording wise and musician wise. But Scam was recorded in both New York and LA. It's a bi-coastal thing. They were flying back and forth. That's how extravagant the record business was.
Yeah.
This is of the airtight LA, Linda Ronstadt, Eagles, Jackson Brown,
Yeah.
Randy Newman, Warren Zevon, Steely Dan, Lindsey Buckingham sound. There's so much money in the rock studio system at that point.
Yeah. No, these are people who are making records so that when you go to the high-end stereo store, the guy goes, listen to that. Listen to that.
This
Do you
is
hear
it.
that? Do you
That's
hear that?
right.
He's like, do you hear that tambourine in there? Listen to that. Listen to that. And you're just like, how much is this? Yeah, those speakers are $11,000. Like
It's
that's
like
like
the
it's the room at the stereo store. When you go, if you go to the stereo store, and then there's the other room there that they walk you into that has like a
The special
sealed,
room with the seal, with the glass
sealed. The door
doors.
goes like shunk.
Yes.
That's the room where they break out the Steely Dan records and go, let's listen to here. I'm going to put on, and also this is all I'll say about. I'm not going to tip my hand on what I wrote in this book. I'm going to say. Any of these people who knew I was trying to understand Steely Dan, none of you told me that there was a song in their catalog called Daddy Don't Live in That New York City No More. That should have let me off the hook with this band. The idea that they actually wrote a song and called it Daddy Don't Live in That New York City No More, and then said, this is the most meticulous band who scrutinized every single thing. Nobody tapped these guys on the shoulder and said, maybe you don't want to call a song Daddy Don't Live in That New York City No More.
I mean, I'm not that cringed out by that title. It sounds like I need to talk to the HR up at Yale then, because clearly there's a madman working on campus that needs to get brought to justice. It sounds like you're mostly hung up on like their some of the words and how like it gets kind of, some of it gets just kind of wonky and perverse.
Sure, why would I don't understand why I would get hung up on a song called like Everyone's Gone to the Movies.
Right.
What's there to get hung up with that song?
Yeah, it's an amazing song though.
Yeah, but tell everybody what it's about.
Well, it's a scary song about kind of a sleazy guy who's luring underage girls into some kind of makeshift movie theater.
Yeah.
It's quite dark. They were pushing something that was in the 60s counterculture that was like Burroughs, Nova Express, Naked Lunch, Ticket That Exploded, Henry Miller, kind of black humor, post-beat black humor stuff.
Yeah.
And so if you take that world and you and you fuse it with rock and roll, and then you have harmony that's coming out more of expanded harmony coming out of jazz, then there's something amazing going on there.
Look, I understand what this stuff is. I get it, Paul. I'm just saying, I've spent the last month listening to this band almost exclusively, and I'm losing my mind because I'm not a fan, and I've heard so much of this, so much of it.
How would I do, if I were to, have to give a defense? I mean, I don't feel like I need to, but if I had to give a defense, I would say, if you're really, really into songwriting and you've gone there and back.
Sure.
With songwriting, and you're obsessed with the form and the sort of tech of it, and how to do it, and where to go within these constraints, how to make it new, and then you encounter these records and you go, this is astonishing. I cannot believe they took song form, like a song like The Glamour Profession from Gaucho. Oh. Nothing in the world sounds like that. And
that's why I keep living.
And
if there was a second one of those, we'd all be at my funeral right now.
But I guess it sounds obnoxious, but if you're interested in music, then you will be interested in those records. Well, if you're not interested in music, but you're interested
you're simplifying this like to make it like it's not a binary thing where it's like, if you like music, here's some Steely Dan. You don't like Steely Dan, I guess you don't like music then.
I kind of I kind of am saying that.
Well, that's why I'm calling you out on it. I'm saying, look, you're not here. You're not with your buddy PTA anymore. I'm not tiptoeing around this.
I'm not going to speak for PTA's musical tastes.
Well, he put a Steely Dan song in the movie.
Yeah, and there's actually an explicit Dan shout out in the movie. Leo says something at one point about Steely Dan.
Well, I'll just say this: I saw the movie a couple times. The first time I went back, I brought an air horn in and blew it for the entire length of Dirty Work being played so that no one could hear it. And then the theater manager came in and I threw the can and said that it was that guy's can. And he got thrown out. Well, but that's neither here nor there. Look, Paul.
There's no arguing taste.
I mean, here's what I want to say. Your music, you don't want to hear this. You don't sound like Steely Dan.
No, I'm not trying to go. I don't want to. I want to sound like myself.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I would say is one last point about Steely Dan. I don't know about you. I assume we're roughly the same vintage. Maybe I'm a little younger. Some of my earliest formative memories, I'm talking 3 years old, 2 years old, is Royal Scam playing in my parents' house.
Wow.
Asia playing in my parents' house. Katie Lyde playing in my parents' house.
That's my family was a Stooges family. Every morning my mother played Funhouse when it was time for us to get up.
You're reminding me of the rock pedant, Worcester's amazing character who hung out with the Stooges at age 10.
Yeah,
one of my favorite guys.
The music scholar.
The guy who says, your set's been pretty good so far, except for that Stones song that stuck. And you go, what, Jigsaw Puzzle? What's wrong with Jigsaw Puzzle? I love that guy. He's fantastic.
Yeah,
he's one of my favorites. I'm a huge fan, by the way. I'm sort of fanboy out a little bit.
Look, this is a mutual admiration society. I'm talking to Charles from Frownland.
Let's go.
So, all right, Paul, I do have to.
But when something's that deep, I would say the same thing about ABBA and Wings and Judy Collins' version of Both Sides Now. Those are so deep in the AM radio growing up playlist that if I hear the Judy Collins Both Sides Now, I'm in the fetal position in the middle of CVS. I'm on the floor. They're playing Both Sides Now. It's totally a physical and visceral thing. And there's a bit of that with Asia, Scam, Katie Lyde, and Gaucho that it's just in there. So I don't even feel necessarily that I am arguing taste. It's more psychological. That's a bit of a cop-out, I suppose, to put it that way.
You're wired how you're wired. You got the Steely Dan gene. I don't. But I understand them more than ever now. I understand them more than a lot of Steely Dan fans. I guarantee you that. I know what makes this band tick more than the fans do. Paul, in all seriousness, it's so much fun getting to talk to you about all this stuff.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor. I love the show, and I can't wait to hang out. Not on Zoom sometime.
Yeah, I'm around. Right. I'm where your favorite band was in hell. Come out sometime.
I will, and when I'm out there, I'll text you and we'll hang out.
Yes, I'll bring the shirt.
Bring Keith's shirt. I will bring some sort of signed Steely Dan sheet music or something.
Yeah. Also, yes, Paul, thank you so much for coming on. Paul Grimstad, and congratulations on the movie. It really is a thrill that you got to do that, and congratulations in being in such a great movie.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And all right, cheers.
Okay, we'll talk soon, buddy. Okay.
All right, take care.
All right, bye. See, that was fun, right? We had Paul Grimstad on. The Steely Dan stuff. I can see what I kind of cross off now. Talked about Steely Dan. Talked about the shirt. What else can get crossed off here? Yeah. I do believe. Tell me when the band would be ready, please.
I think we need just like another couple minutes.
A couple minutes. Okay, let's go to the...
Oh, wait. I'm actually getting word that they're just about ready.
Okay, well, what I'm going to say is, everybody, this is Sedona. The album's called Getting Into Heaven. It's out. This is great. I love Sedona's music, and she's here, and I'm so excited to welcome to the Forever Dog Studios, the Best Show Theater in the Forever Dog Studios, a live performance from Sedona, everybody.
Hello, hello. Welcome to The Best Show with Tom Scharpling featuring Sedona. We're going to be playing a few songs for you. We'll jump right in. Maybe when you're sober, maybe in a year, you'll learn to step in front of her. You'll learn to be sincere. We'll probably never get there, but it's still worth a shot of us back on that mountain, staring at a lost of words. They mean so much, but do so little for me. There you go again, talking in your sleep, caught in dead end dreams. What's lying underneath? Maybe when I'm older, maybe if I hear you wanted to protect me, but the kids got in your ear. Should've seen this coming, should've steered clear. Didn't think that you'd go running, couldn't hide in all your fears. Oh, words, they mean so much, but do so little for me. There you go again, talking in your sleep, caught in dead end dreams. What's lying underneath? There you go again, talking in your sleep, caught in dead end dreams. What's lying underneath? Thanks, everyone. That one is called Underneath, and it's off my new and first record ever, which I just put out. So enjoy that if you want. We just ate at Salsa and Beer down the road, and feeling very full and blessed. So good stuff. Ate a lot of bean dip, ate a lot of salsa, and a torta. Yeah, we split a torta. Torta.
This next song is called Best Kept Secret, and it's also on the record. This is for all the mice in the mini amphitheater. Lately I've been thinking about when you wash my face in the morning sun. I can't help but feel alright. You're the best kept secret in my Lately I've been thinking about when you wash my face. I can't help but feel alright. You're the best kept secret in my I'm the best kept secret in your life. Yummy. That felt good. I'm gonna drink water. My voice is feeling dry today. For those of you who don't know me, virtual people of planet Earth, my name is Sedona, and this is Noah, and this is Cole, and this is Tommy. And we are in North Hollywood. This is called The Culprit. Oopsie. It's getting harder and harder to tell. Your motive creeped up on me in my cell. Locked up, hiding in plain sight. What do you do when no one's looking inside? You were the culprit. You broke into my heart. You almost stole it, but I put the fire out. Forgetting all my lighters at the bar. Or did I leave them last night
night in your car. High speeds chasing what we lost. Hands tied, but even preachers break the law. You were the culprit. You broke into my heart. You almost stole it, but I put the fire out. There she goes again, racing through my head, and I just can't contain this feeling that remains. Yay. That was fun. I'm tangled in the chords, people. Yeah. Benny, 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 Benny in the jets. Benny, 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 Benny in the jets. Benny, 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 Benny in the jets. Benny, Benny, Benny in the jets. Yummy. This next song is not out, and it's called Naughty Girls Need Love Too. So you'll hear it one day on streaming platforms in the future. But until then, it's just now. My body lies over the ocean. My body lies all over you. You wanna talk this way between my legs, your face. Good boy knows foreplay, but I can't be a housewife. I won't do the dishes, but I'll sit on your lap and I'll scratch all your itches. Got a bad case of loving you, don't know what I'm gonna do. 'Cause naughty girls need love too. I get a gold star whenever you get hard. Pants in the grass at the park. You fuck me hard and that's my favorite part. In the saunas, bars, fitting rooms, what I got. Oh, he can't keep a promise but makes lots of wishes. dishes. I'm scratching his back and we both know what this is. Got a bad case of loving you, don't know what I'm gonna do. 'Cause naughty girls need love too. There's ants in the bed, yeah, and love's my religion. Got a bad case of loving you, don't know what I'm gonna do. 'Cause naughty girls need love too. Well, I can't be a housewife, I won't do the dishes, but I'll sit on your lap and I'll scratch all your itches. Got a bad case of loving you, don't know what I'm gonna do. 'Cause naughty girls need love too. Naughty girls need love too. It's cool doing like a virtual thing, but it's also quiet in here, you know?
What do the comments look like right now?
I don't want to check. What are the comments like? What's our score, people? Yeah, so it's cool to do a live thing for the computer people, but it's also fun to play in person, which I have a show. My next show is February 21st in LA at the new Sid the Cat Auditorium, playing with Christopher Owens, so I'm so excited about that. And what else? If you don't know me, I'm from Chatsworth. I'm from the Valley. I would like to give a shout out to Nicole Lawrence for connecting me with Tom. And I would like to thank Tom for having us and everyone who's here making this happen and keeping music alive and well online. Keep doing it. Okay. This song is called, why don't you tell him, Noah?
This song's called Lifeline.
You have a nice radio voice.
Thanks.
I wasn't looking when you walked through the door. Guess time's unforgiving till you stop keeping score. Now I got my sights set, baby, slow and steady. I want more. Won't you be mine? 'Cause I think I found my lifeline. Baby, you're my lifeline. When I look in your eyes, I know I found my lifeline. Ooh, my feet are barely touching the floor. Got my back up against the wall and I'm begging for more. You see, the truth is there's feelings that come and there's feelings that go. How will I know if you're the one that I should hold out for? Now we go real steady, hot and heavy. Nothing better than one and only kiss. Won't you be mine? 'Cause I think I found my lifeline, my lifeline, my lifeline, my that felt good. I love playing music with my friends. And that's all there really is to know about me. It's like a kid's show for adults. We're gonna have a beer after this at the Uni Bar, which is an interesting place that we're gonna check out after this. What else is going on this week, guys? You're recording vocals later. I have a birthday. Happy birthday, Billy Tibbles. See you at your birthday. What else is going on? Holiday parties are among us. And my favorite. Don't drink and drive.
Drink water and drive. Yeah.
Yes, I'll drink some water. And also, I guess a fun little fact about me is my favorite thing to make during the holidays is homemade eggnog. So.
What's the recipe?
I can share it. Okay. I'll share it with you. Okay, cool. If anyone wants it, you can privately message me online, and I'll send it to you as well. So, for all your eggnog needs, contact Sedona. I get so tangled with the cords, you know? It'd be cool if I made an outfit for a show that was made of cords.
All cords?
A la cord.
A cord fit.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Trying to strike a chord.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, baby.
That's
We're
some
live on
musician's humor
YouTube.
right there.
What else should I tell people? My birthday is in May.
This next song?
Oh, this next song. Well, this is a new song as well that's coming out in January. It's my next release, and it's called Hollywood. And I'll let you figure out what it's about. Thanks for having us. Thank you so much. Oopsie. I had to burp for so long. I felt so good. Mexican food makes me burp. It was good. Hollywood, they say it's only natural if you fake it good. Hollywood, I hear they're killing dreams in every neighborhood. And I still see it on your face. When I was your world without the fame. Loved you good, I loved you all the same. But the view can't take away the pain. Here in Hollywood, everybody's talking how they think they should. Hollywood, I can be your Audrey if you want me to. Oh, Hollywood, I watch you break my heart just like I knew you would. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful Tuesday. I'm Sedona. Stay tuned for more. Bye-bye.
We're back.
All right. That was amazing. How great was that? Sedona, live on the best show. Let's get our thing set up here. Hold on. I need to just do that. Then do that. Then do that.
We're back.
Yeah, no, I'm talking.
I think you got a loop going there,
Got
Tom.
a loop going. I hate it. Sedona. I hate it. Now the loop's over. There we go. Loop's over. How we doing, everybody? That was an amazing set from Sedona. Thanks so much. I appreciate the band coming down and Sedona coming down and doing their thing. That was great. And the album is called Getting Into Heaven, and it's right there, and you should go get it. And yeah, let's maybe Sedona will come and say hi in a minute. Let's go back to the phones though. 201-989-0012. Hello, Best Show.
Well, Tom, Joel here.
Joel, how's it going, Joel?
Oh well, nice job by the band.
Yeah, that sounded
and,
good.
I love Pedal Steel. She sung good.
Right?
And your friend, he was good too. That was a great interview.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Good, he's in it. It's
I love
crazy to be in that movie.
Yeah, man, his resume, it's amazing for an actor. Like,
yeah,
2 films, 14 years apart or whatever,
Yeah.
20 years apart, right?
Something like, yeah, exactly. Almost 20 years apart. So what?
My takeaway from that?
Yeah, what was your takeaway from that, Joel?
Just gonna say, well, I love that you don't like Steely Dan. I love it, man.
Thank you, Joel.
I actually like some of their songs, but some of them are like, yeah.
Yeah, no, look,
They are East Coast creeps.
Well,
for
Joel,
sure.
you know where they're from. You know where Donald Fagen is from?
I don't know.
South Brunswick, New Jersey.
He is a creep, then, for sure.
This guy's driving up and down Route 18. We don't know what's going on. You start hanging out on Route 18, it's a little sketchy down there. There's a weird mall down there. There was a mall that refused to die. That was always like, when is this mall going to go under? And it never did. Maybe it's gone now. Maybe it's gone now.
Okay.
You know, but
I hope it is.
Route 18 is a weird highway. So to what do I owe the pleasure of this call, Joe? What do I owe the pleasure of this call?
Well, I always have so many things, and as I listen to you talking to other people, so much comes up. But I mean, there's only so many hours in the day.
Yeah.
To anyone who cares, I've been in the hospital for the last 10 days with my shredded vocal
hold on,
cords.
Joel. You've been in the hospital. You've been in the hospital for 10 days.
Yeah. Remember, I was doing 1,000 reps of my impressions a day. And they tell me I'll never do another impression again.
You'll never do another impression
But
as long as you live.
I'm going to beat this thing.
Joel, I believe in
Well, that's
you.
what they
I
tell
believe
me.
in you. I know you can do it.
Thank you. I'm going to send you a training montage when I'm back on my feet with that. But,
Yeah, please do.
And
Please do.
thank you. In the meantime, two things.
Okay.
I have a whole bunch. I guess I'll stay on topic. Like I said, speaking of East Coast creeps,
Yeah.
they've been making biopics. First they did Dylan, then they did Springsteen.
Yeah. Who's next?
I'm waiting for the Lou. Mike and I have been talking. Well, Hollywood. I've been waiting for the. Mike and I have been talking about the Lou Reed biopic.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'd like to. The first question, I'll tell you mine, of course, what I think, but is who would you like to play Lou Reed? But then, who do you think Hollywood will get to play him? I doubt there will be the same thing.
Yeah, well, I'd probably go for this is, and I don't know if a lot of people are going to agree with me on this. I feel like if they did some aging up to the Rizzler, I think he could do a pretty amazing Lou Reed.
I've got to look this guy up. I'm not even sure.
Look up the Rizzler. He's a spitting image of Lou Reed.
Okay.
Well,
but what's he do? He's a comedian or a singer?
Oh, he does the Riz face. Come on, Joel.
Oh, he's like that's like an influencer or something, or a meme?
Joel, he's an 8-year-old that they're trotting around for just about anything. I saw him the other day at a Knicks. He was at a Knicks game. Oh, geez,
and the Riz face is like disapproval, him expressing his disapproval at something.
It's kind of like a Dr. Evil kind of like thing that he does, and that's what he's. Now he has more money than I will ever have in my life. He's 8, and he could buy and sell me. But
I hope he doesn't discover, what's it called, synth coke or whatever.
Yeah, let's hope the Rizzler stays. I actually do worry about this poor kid. I don't trust the people around the Rizzler. They're riding he's a paycheck to a lot of people. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I would like to see a Muppet play Lou Reed. All the other people will be real actors, but like a leather jacket and
sure. So you're coming up with more like a higher concept thing where Lou Reed is played by a Muppet.
Right, and he could like lip sync real, instead of getting some singer do a half baked version of his, they could do the real Lou Reed's voice, but with him like lip sync, I don't know. But I suspect they will get maybe like Pete Davidson to play him because he kind of looks like him, and he's like trying to show he can really act now.
Yeah, wow.
But I think that'd be. I hate all the biopics. The Doors one was the worst. That's when I started hating them. But anyway, that might be other callers could weigh in. It's not even that good a topic. I got two more things.
Joel. Let's just think about what you said. First thing you said is, I'm going to tell the callers what to call in about. Then you said,
I said that?
You said, yeah, people can call in with their own ideas about it. But then you said,
okay.
Then you said, but it's not even a good topic. So you're pitching bad
I said
topics.
it out loud. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, Joel. There's a reason why I'm in the chair, Joel. There's a reason why I'm in the chair. Not saying you can't be in the chair. There's a chair out there for you somewhere, but it ain't this one. No, I love you.
There's only one Tom.
There is only one Tom.
I appreciate it. Well, since I love you, I've got two show ideas I want to pitch you real quick.
Okay, of course.
Back to Tan Mom again. Tan Mom and Octomom share a duplex in Hollywood or somewhere in Beverly Hills.
So you want to team up Tan Mom and Octomom?
Right.
Okay.
I don't have a title yet, man. Hoping maybe you could. And the season finale, they could fight the Little Women LA gang,
Sure.
Now this is the more serious idea.
Okay,
and
so more serious.
It's all yours. Just give
more
me
serious than the Octomom show.
Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
Tan Mom collaboration. Yeah. Well, it will be. You know how nowadays there's so many reboots of old movies or old shows or whatever.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'm thinking, starring you and AP Mike, a reboot of Highway to Heaven.
The Michael Landon
and you, of
show
course,
where
who played Jonathan.
There's a show where an angel.
Right. That
There's
would
a
be
show where an
you.
angel went and solved everybody's problems, right?
Well, he helps them to find, the right answers, I guess. But you're like a benevolent, person dispelling good advice to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I figure Mike could be Victor French, your helper, your earnest,
Sure. Well, Joel, I'm just going to say this is what they call in show business a hard sell.
To you or to the networks?
To anyone with a pair of ears. Joel, I don't know what to tell you. You're pitching a show where me and AP Mike reboot Highway to Heaven. I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
Starring you guys, right?
Starring us, of course. No, I appreciate the ideas, Joel. I appreciate the ideas.
Well, thanks, man.
All right, buddy?
Thanks for having me on, Mike.
Of course. I hope you feel all right. Okay, buddy. Don't get mad at me.
Thanks.
Don't get mad. Don't be mad.
I'm not.
Okay.
No, I appreciate it. Anyone who hates Steely Dan is all right with me.
All right, buddy.
All right, bye.
You have a great night. He sounds very mad at me. Thankfully, he's in New Jersey. He can't get me. Now we have in the studio, Sedona. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. How are you?
I'm good. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun in there.
I could see it sounded great. Usually what happens when people say, like I know people in bands and they'll say, when they say you had a lot of fun, it's usually like if they're like the opening band, they'll go, hey, did you see us? And the headline's like, oh yeah, looks like you guys were having a lot of fun up there. And it's just like the ultimate kind of cop out.
Yeah, like I didn't see the set.
Yeah, or just like I didn't like it, but
Yeah.
you guys were having fun. And then it's the kind of thing like back in the van, they're like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, takes a second.
They
to
didn't like it. Yeah.
process.
But you were actually having fun and you were great.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you're from California.
I am.
You said you grew up in Chatsworth, that area.
Yes.
When did all the music stuff start to make sense for you? Because I'll just say this. Your voice. This is some kind of voice you've got.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been singing since I came out of my mother's womb.
Okay.
I was probably singing and humming inside of her.
Mhm.
And she would sing to me and write songs to me in her stomach.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, my parents used to sing to me.
Oh, that's
and
amazing.
They would write letters to me and songs.
Oh,
So I'm sure there was some sort of cosmic passing.
Yes, that you were. This was helping form you.
Yes, totally. My mom is a singer. My
Mhm.
dad is a piano tuner. And they're both just little rockers.
Mhm.
So
what kind of
guess-
music was in the house?
Dad was listening to jazz. Mom was listening to classic rock.
Okay.
And then there's me.
Yeah.
So all sorts of stuff. Honestly, I grew up with every sort of influence. I feel like, but I think as I got older, I started to really dive into like 80s rock.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like 60s and 70s rock. But
Sure.
yeah, I'm definitely a music listener of like the past.
Uh-huh.
I'm not as up to speed on the newer stuff, but
Sure.
I have friends that keep me young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They keep you young. Yes. So it was the first person that jumped out at you where you're like, this person is all mine and I love this person. Maybe even somebody your parents didn't necessarily love, but it was you fell in love with this musician. Who would that be?
I have a lot of those. I remember as a kid, I really loved the Steve Miller Band.
Mhm.
Steve Miller Band.
Sure.
Laura Nyro.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? I love The Left Bank.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my favorite
Sure.
bands. Gwen Stefani, Lindsey Buckingham,
Mhm.
Fleetwood Mac, Bonnie Raitt.
Mhm.
Shouts out Valley Girls.
Yeah.
And the list goes on and on. I could just
Mhm.
ramble on.
Yeah. But there's a common thread through all of these people, which is that voice they all
yeah.
had.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So when did you realize it's like, oh my God, I can really sing? Like, not just like, I can sing around the house. Like, this is kind of who I am. When did that kind of dawn on you?
I don't know if it's even dawned on me yet. I still feel a little shy.
Okay.
But I think I definitely have tried really hard to like step into my own power as a singer.
Okay.
And as a songwriter. But I definitely struggle with imposter syndrome, and I don't know. I've gotten better at like embracing the fact that I do have a voice that I like sharing.
Yeah.
And I think that for me is the part I try to follow, is just how much I enjoy singing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice that people enjoy it too.
That you can kind of just, you do it, people respond to it, and you love it for yourself also.
It feels very good to sing. It feels cathartic. I feel like most myself when I'm singing. And sometimes I feel like I communicate better in song form than like, you know, over a cup of coffee.
Sure. How did the album come together? The album.
Oh, there she is.
There's your album right there.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
There I am.
What a great cover. And here it's all mysterious.
Thank you. We took that in my living room, me and my besties, with a little light and a Polaroid camera.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Who is that?
When was it time to do an album, and how did that all come together?
Well, this album, the songs on it are quite old, and I sort of kept it in my vault for a couple years before I decided to share it. And I feel like your first record is always one of those things. It's like you got to break the seal, you know?
Yeah.
And this is my breaking of the seal.
Okay.
And now I'm just excited to release so much music. And it's nice. I feel like making a body of work is a way to get to know yourself. And by the time you finish your project or your sort of goal that you set out on, you realize what you would have done differently. And then you get to just put that into the next pile, into the next load of laundry of your like spiritual and creative growth.
Sure.
So this is my first load.
Yeah. Well, is it weird that once you put it, because you're holding it, like for the longest time, it was all yours. There's a version of things where you're like, well, no one ever hears this. But then you said, I'm going to put it out. And then just one day, it's there for everybody.
Yes.
What's that like?
I think I definitely like sharing. I'm a bit of a provocateur and like an exhibitionist. I'm an open person. I'm a big sharer. So it felt really good to have like a full, complete work rather than just a song or one-off story. There's like a whole little book in there.
Yeah.
So that felt good. It feels good to just release because now it's not mine. It's not this like secret, this like thing I have inside me that I only know about. Now it's everyone else's.
Yeah.
So it relieves the pressure you put on yourself. It's also a bit like, you know, postpartum depression, you know, of like you put out a record and then you're like, well, time to make some meaning out of nothing again, you know.
You're back at the beginning. But the thing is, you're clearly you're doing a lot. You're working hard, you're writing stuff. It's not like if you're not being overly precious about making music. You're just making it. So then you make it, you make some more, and then you make more after that.
Exactly. I'm going to have a lot of records.
Yeah.
Mark my words.
I will mark your words.
Hold me to it.
Okay. Now for 2026, what do we got happening?
2026.
You said there's a show in January.
There's a song in January and there's a show in February. And I am going to be putting out an EP.
Okay.
And I mean, I could put out an album if I get my life together quick enough.
Okay.
Yeah, so my next song is the last song I performed called Hollywood.
Yeah, that was an amazing song.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's coming out January 15th.
Okay.
And then my next LA show is February 21st at Sid the Cat, the new venue he just launched. It's called Sid the Cat Auditorium. I'm opening for Christopher Owens.
That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah. And where do people find all your stuff? Just
You can find me on this popular app called Instagram.
Yes.
And then wherever you listen to music, if you type in Sedona, Getting Into Heaven, you'll find my music.
1D, 1N.
Exactly.
So
Precisely.
not hard to figure out.
Yes.
Well, look, I just want to say that was fantastic. It was really impressive. I'm so glad we made this happen.
Thank you.
It was so great to have you here. And the band is spectacular also. It's like a group of ringers in there.
Yeah, dude, it's fun.
But
I
you're
love
one
those
of them.
guys. I'm bringing
You're
it
one of the
up.
ringers.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah. Well, no, it was really great. Everybody, thank you for coming down and playing. And everybody, check out all the stuff that Sedona is going to do next year. That's somebody who's going to keep making stuff, and you're going to be on the ride. You ride the ride. Well, honestly, thanks so much for coming. I'm going to play a little bit of music, and then we will be back. 201-989-0012 if you want to call, or we'll just keep talking. We'll do whatever we do here. Let me find, where'd my stuff go? Oh, here we go. I said we would play something by Paul Grimstad, who was on the show earlier, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's check out a song from his record Songs, and this is called Prince of Air. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
You hungry, T? You want to send the kid for my jet fresh?
Heavy man.
Like who?
Judas Priest, Ozzy, Martin Luther.
Oh, yeah, you like Ozzy?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about rap? How about rap?
Adderall is
The top 5 things I always do as a godly wife.
Number 5, builds our home in peace.
I guard our atmosphere. I don't let chaos, gossip, or negativity run our home. My goal.
Tuesday night. Tuesday night. Let's go, New York! Hey, well, I'm a friendless stranger in the black sedan. Won't you hop inside my car?
Everybody had a hard year.
Rotten Hill. Rotten Hill.
Yes. Get away from me or I'm going to throw you out in the middle of the street.
Rotten Hill.
The wiggly guitar skill, the flash of the drum, make you wanna keep a rockin' till morning comes. Let me be who I am, and let me kick out the jam. Yeah, kick out the jam. I done kicked them out.
Yeah, hey, welcome back to the best show. Fun. That was amazing. Sedona is so cool, and that's such a great. The album's great, the music is great, everything's great. So happy to have made that happen. So great, everybody. The number 201-989-0012. Let's talk. Call up, talk to me about whatever. Let's just have a nice time for the remainder of the show. And then for the rest show, I think I'm going to do, maybe I'll do one of those things again. I'm really enjoying doing the sound stuff while answering your questions on the chat, which is... You go to patreon.com/thebestshow, and that's how you can get in on the action. It's the best show, post-show, only for supporters of the show. You know what I want, please? Can somebody get my Sedona album and get Sedona to sign it, please?
Sure.
It's in the studio here. Thank you. Up front, please. Everybody, let's do it to it here. Let's figure something out. 201-989-0012. What did I want to talk about with you? Oh, Scrubs is back. There's not a whole lot to say about that. Scrubs is back, baby. Look out. Scrubs. Can't wait. All the gang. Turk is going to be back. JD. Big Scrubs fan over here. Ben Shapiro did not get nominated for Best Podcast at the Golden Globes. I was praying it would happen. I need to look at who did get nominated. I will weigh in on each of these nominations. Okay, here we go. Podcast nominees. Okay. Up first. No idea what that is. Call Her Daddy, if I know what that is. The Mel Robbins Podcast. No idea. Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard. What? Good Hang with Amy Poehler. She's done 4 episodes of it, but nominated for Best Podcast, of course. And then Smartless, which is the amazing podcast where 3 famous people team up to siphon off energy from the podcast world until it no longer serves them and they can let the podcast die. No one. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Look, I know people. I'm sure these people doing these podcasts love them. I'm sure they love doing their podcast. But that's why. Look, you don't wait for permission in this life. That's one thing I will say. Don't wait for permission. If you want to do something, go do it. You don't go to the back of the line automatically like you have to pay your dues. You might want to pay your dues so that you can be good at what you do. But you don't have to go to the back of the line just because other people are telling you you need to go to the back of the line. You want to start a podcast? Go start it. Go do it today. I don't care. Good for you. You got something to say? Go say it. That's the beauty of this technology. We can do whatever we want. There's less gatekeepers than ever. All I ask, if you're a fancy, famous person and you come poking around, just do it because you love it, huh? Just do the podcast because you love it. And actually, just don't look at it as a means to something else or a side hustle. Some of us live here. Some of us live here. You don't think I could do interviews all the live long day? I just did Paul Grimstad. That was fascinating. You go listen to some of my interviews. You tell me that James Murphy interview. Nobody's ever interviewed James Murphy the way Best Show did. Not Best Show did. I did it. Thank you. Respect the medium, Zed. And you've got this. This is so funny. I'm watching on the screen Sedona signing my album. Is very funny. The camera's still on, so I'm seeing that. Zed ain't dead in the chat. That's somebody's handle. That's a Quentin Tarantino reference. And that guy this week, this Quentin Tarantino, what's going on? What's rattling around in that guy's tin can of a brain? Right? What's rattling around? This guy, he went off on Paul Dano because he was saying, oh, he was weak actor in There Will Be Blood. First of all, I think the movie should have been called There Might Be Blood. And then at the end they go, yeah, there is blood. We said there might. Turns out there was. Yeah, he said weak sauce. Yeah, his acting is weak sauce. And then he said he's the worst actor in the Screen Actors Guild. Well, Quentin Tarantino, you might want to look in the mirror on that one. Has anybody brought more movies to a crashing halt as an actor than Quentin Tarantino? He said he's the worst actor in SAG. Look, Paul Dano, he's This guy, he turns in some. He might make you feel a little whatever, like skin crawly and the thing. But these are the parts he's playing. He's playing some weird parts. He's playing creeps and weirdos. And then, who did he drag into the fray? Matthew Lillard. What? The guy who played Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo movies. Real threat there. Real threat, Matthew Lillard. Guy's grinding it out. Finding work how he can find work. You really got to blast Matthew Lillard. And I'm not a Matthew Lillard fan. I don't care. Seems like a nice enough guy. He was good in that one movie, the Hawaiian one, The Descendants. He was good in that. What are you doing going after this guy? Let the guy be. What somebody somebody pour a milkshake on your head when you saw Summer Catch? You really worked up about the first Scream movie? Wasn't he in the first Scream movie? Who cares? Again, to say that Paul Dano is the worst actor in Screen Actors Guild, go watch Django Unchained and tell me how you feel when those two Australian ranchers or whatever they were show up very late in the movie, and one of them is, played by Quentin Tarantino, doing an accent. I didn't even know what he was doing. He sounded like Steve Roman from SCTV. His Australian accent sounded like he researched his Australian accent on the way to the set, like he listened to Crocodile Dundee for 5 minutes. Paul Dano's the worst. He's not the worst. Pulp Fiction, terrible in Pulp Fiction. He's so bad, and he's like markedly bad on screen. It feels like he won a contest to get to act in the. It feels as if like you're at an amusement park and they have a thing where you get to like insert yourself into the movie, be in show business. You're a Hollywood star today, and you're gonna act across from John Travolta and Harvey Keitel. It really feels like he won a contest. It feels like he hit a half-court shot and got to be in a movie. Like that was the reward for hitting a half-court shot at a Clippers game. And look, I love this guy's movies. I'm not going to pretend I don't. There's a reason why Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is one of my favorites. He ain't in it. He ain't in it. If I was watching that thing and suddenly he showed up playing, Roger Corman or something. No. Thankfully, he knew his place on that one. And now I'm defending people that, number one, I don't care that much about. Number two, don't necessarily need my defending. Yeah, just let's move on. Best show.
Hey, Tom, how's it going?
I'm good. Who's this?
This is James. I'm calling from the UK.
James from the UK. Ooh la la. Where are you calling from in the UK, James?
Calling from Leeds.
From Leeds. Now, Leeds is a tough city.
Yeah, have you?
Right?
Yeah, it's pretty hardcore.
Where's Leeds on the map?
It's kind of northern, sort of near Manchester.
Sure.
What's your geography like of the UK?
Well, the south is fancy pants, and the north is the farmers.
Oh, okay.
How far off am I with that?
Well, I don't. I think you get farmers all over the UK.
But you know what I mean. The farmers. These are not people with an estate where they go and decide to wrangle some cattle today. Meanwhile, other people work. It's not the gentleman farmer, the actual farmer. That's the north. If I was from England, where would I be from? Where would I be from, James, if I was from England?
You're New Jersey, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
So I guess, I feel like, to me, New Jersey, like Essex, feels a bit like New Jersey.
Oh, my God. That might be the most hurtful thing I've ever heard. It might be the nicest thing I've ever heard. You don't think I'd be from, Manchester? A city that's outside the big city?
Well, Essex is kind of like.
No, I know what Essex.
To London, look, in a similar way.
I know who Joey Essex is.
See, I don't.
Why do I know your garbage better than you know your own garbage? Why is that?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Maybe I stay ignorant from these things.
Sure. So Essex to you is like, it's a little trashy, right? You be honest. No judgment right now, James. Essex. How far is Essex from proper London?
Oh God, I don't know. I've never been, so
just give me
a little bit west of London.
Yeah, just give me an estimate. What is it? An hour away?
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
All right, that's all I wanted to know.
So I'm from Leeds, remember? So my knowledge of the South isn't brilliant, to be perfectly honest.
Sure. And
so,
who?
Sorry, go on.
No. So who's the most famous person from Leeds?
Oh my God. Scary Spice?
Scary Spice is from Leeds. Okay. All right. So you don't think I would fit in more with... Nah, so okay, you're already saying no to Manchester.
No, you'd fit in Manchester. I think.
What about Sheffield? Wouldn't I fit in Sheffield?
Of course. I mean, are you saying that because of Jarvis Cocker?
No, I'm saying because of Def Leppard, the Spoon Factory, Human League, all the bands, all the electronic stuff from there. Heaven 17, Sheffield, big on the electronics.
Yeah, Sheffield's great. Sheffield is a great city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you'd love it there too. I think I know you visited London recently. Would highly recommend anyone from the States to come explore more of the UK. Definitely the northern parts.
Oh yeah, no,
Such as Sheffield.
I wanted
Manchester,
to spend
Leeds.
I wanted to spend as much time there as I could, but we spent 2 weeks just taking in London. But the next time I go to England, I'm going somewhere else, baby. I'll check it all out. Birmingham.
More that you not just. Yeah, another great city.
Yeah. Best band out of Birmingham. Who is it? You can guess. Guess who is it? Say it. Say it. You know who it is.
Black Sabbath.
Yes, but who would come in second?
Broadcast.
No.
One of my personal favorites.
Electric Light Orchestra.
Oh, I should have guessed that. No, you're right.
Yeah.
ELO.
Yeah, ELO. Yes. So, to what do I owe the pleasure of this call, James?
Well, I've just been listening for a very long time, and I went to see Stereolab tonight.
Oh wow! Really? How was that?
Just came. It was great. It was really good. Performing mostly new stuff, and I really enjoyed it. It's really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically just got back from a night out and saw that the show was live. I've been listening for such a long time, and never really felt like it was the right circumstance to call. But I just thought, you know what? I think I'm going to do it.
Well, now it is.
Tonight.
Yeah, look, you did it. I'm so happy you did it. This is where you belong, James. This is where you belong.
That makes me so happy. Thank you.
How about Norwich?
Well, okay. Literally the only thing I know about Norwich is what I've learned from Alan Partridge. So, I mean, that's what Norwich is to me. Is
Alan Partridge? Yes. How about Swindon? Who's the most famous band from Swindon? Can you name a famous band from Swindon?
No.
XTC.
Oh, okay. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes. As a kid, I would listen to these XTC records, and they would be talking all about Swindon in interviews. And I'm just like, ooh, what is this Swindon? It sounds so exotic. Someday I'll go to Swindon. And then I talk to people from England. They're just like, Swindon? What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, that's the kind of another like southern town, and like I don't know. I've grown up mostly up north, so never really had a reason to go to Swindon.
Sure. Okay. Anything going on? You saw Stereo Lab? That's cool. Did you see? Did you see Pulp on their most recent run through the UK?
You know, I like Pulp. I think that the tickets were just a bit too spenny for me.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I'd love to see them one day. I did see. Okay, so I did see Neil Young earlier this year in Hyde Park.
That was the Hyde Park show. How was that?
Unbelievable.
I heard it was great.
It was really special. I don't really go to these like large concerts very often. And a part of me thought, like, you know, I'd just be like stuck a million miles away from the stage. But I don't know. It was still really good.
One time in my life, I got to see Neil Young, and I was so close. It was a charity show in LA We talked about Nicole Lawrence. I went with my friend Nicole Lawrence. We won the lottery to get the tickets. It was for charity. I was 8 feet from Neil Young when he played. It was...
Wow, that's crazy.
I could not believe how close I was to it. So I hit a point. I'm just like, I'm never going to see Neil Young again because I feel like that was the universe telling me you got to get that close to him. These should be someone else's seats going forward because you got to experience something very special. So that's kind of how I look at that.
Yeah.
Let someone else enjoy it.
Would a part of you just want to sabotage it in some way? Just being that close, like something like something about just being that close to
this is so
unbelievable.
James, I am not kidding when I tell you I just had a conversation with somebody, a friend of mine, talking about what it's like to be so close to something where all it takes is me, a fuse blowing in my head, and then I just rush onto the stage. I felt that way at Saturday Night Live when I saw Death Cab for Cutie were the musical act.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got brought onto the floor. I was 30 feet away. Clear path. I could have run on that stage. And look, Ben Gibbard. I love Ben Gibbard. He's a really great friend of mine. He's a very important person to me. At that point, I didn't know who he was. I would have El Kabonged him on stage. It would have sounded something like this. Hold on, I'll tell you what it would have sounded like. Hang tight. Give me a second. It probably would have sounded something like this. Hold on, it would have been like this.
So they may have a chance of finding a place where they're far more suited than here.
What's that guy doing? What's he doing?
You could have made history.
No, that's the thing. I would have been all of this Saturday Night Live 50 stuff. I would have been interviewed for. I probably would have been out of jail by then. So,
right. Yeah.
I just I'm so glad. I'm so glad I don't have that gene. I'm talking about genes. What am I, Sydney Sweeney? Talking about genes here? No. I just don't have that in me. Thankfully, there was a voice in me that keeps me from doing these things. But that's that moment where I think you have to entertain that just to realize the parameters of existence. I could run on that stage, but I'm not going to.
You could have done a soy bomb.
I could have done a soy bomb. Going up and dancing behind Bob Dylan at the Grammys. I didn't
that could
do
have
it.
Been
though.
you.
Yeah, but I do know what you mean. I feel the urge, and I was talking about it in depth with somebody this past week.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to do it. I've got self-control, James.
Well, it's for the best.
It really is.
But you'll always think about what could have happened there, though, for the rest of your life.
Oh, no. I can always think about that. And I will, and but I will still resist the urge to do it. You know, the second I do that, everybody, something's wrong with Tom. Take him away. All right, James. Anything else?
No, that's it. It's been a pleasure chatting to you.
All right, buddy.
I've
I
been a
appreciate
long-time
the call.
listener, so
Welcome,
it's been
welcome
great
to
speak
the. You call anytime you want, James. You're a good guy. You're a good caller and a good guy. All right, buddy. Thanks so much.
All right. Cheers.
Matt.
Take care.
I can never say cheers to anybody. Feels so false. Cheers. I know people out here, they say cheers. I can't say cheers. Maybe I'll try it on this next call. I'll see how it feels. Hello, Best Show.
Hello, Tom.
To whom am I speaking?
This is Danya from Nashville.
Danya from that. Cheers.
Danya in.
Now, how are things in Nash Vegas tonight?
I never go to Nash Vegas. I'm always either at home or at work.
Well,
They're good, though.
except on weekends.
Kinda cold.
Except on the weekends when you pedal around on one of those bars on wheels.
Mm-hmm.
You pedal all around downtown.
That's only every night.
That's every
only
night.
every night.
Sure.
You know.
Look, it's like a gym.
I get to exercise and pretend to drink.
Why am I yawning so much? I'm not tired. So
you need a nap?
Kinda. You're just like, I'm like, why am I tired? And you're just like, do you need a nap? It sounded like I'm being committed. Like, you need to just come with us and it'll be calm here and you can just relax and this place is safe for you and we can let you rest and get what you really need just to get your feet on the ground and feel like you're just you're starting to spin out a little bit. So we just want to put you somewhere where you can feel safe and you can feel protected and you don't worry about anything.
Here's your security blanket.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
I think that's what I was going for. Just
Well, congratulations.
comedic.
You did it. So, what's going on in your version of Nashville?
Not much. I got my cat sitting here on my lap. Lap.
What's your cat's name?
And this one's named Perm, like permanent.
Okay. Perm. Yeah. I like that.
Perm.
And everybody.
She's always purring.
Did you see the pictures of the dog that I'm introducing people to on the show as a potential foster situation if you're in Los Angeles? This dog's name is Poppy, and this is the cutest dog. The rescue said the behavior of Poppy is great, gets along with other dogs, gets along with cats, gets along with people. Sociable dog. If you're in LA and you want to do something for your karma, to do something positive, something nice, foster Poppy. We foster dogs. It's very rewarding. It really is just a fantastic experience. Email adopt@muttscouts.org and see about Poppy or another dog. Tell them what kind of dog you can handle. If you need a very small dog, tell them that. They've got dogs that need places to stay. So just mentioning Poppy one more time. So how many cats do you have, Dania?
Oh, I just have 2.
What's the other
and I've
cat's
always
name?
wanted to foster 2, but the other cat is named Squeaky.
So you have Perm and
They're both
Squeaky.
named after this. Yeah, Perm and Squeaky, and they're both named after the sounds that they make. So Perm is just always purring, so her name's
Okay.
Perm, and Squeaky makes little meep, they're very high pitched squeaky.
Oh, that's cute.
Meows. So
What if
she's very cute.
I was hoping that Perm wouldn't be named Perm because your cat has a perm. Like if you sent me a picture of your cat and your cat has like an actual full perm on her head, be like,
That just
maybe
gave me
we,
the best imagery.
yeah, maybe you don't need 2 cats. So,
Oh, but I love my 2 cats.
I know you do, Dania. That's why we're just joking. What are you doing for the holidays, Dania? You're gonna have a country Christmas?
I don't know, actually. I was just in Tucson to see my parents,
Okay.
and I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back there. I might just hang around. I might go to Chicago. I haven't really decided.
Okay.
I might just chill.
Do you have friends in Chicago?
See, work on music. Yeah, I have friends in Chicago and Milwaukee.
When you say work on music, tell me about your music.
I'm a recording artist. I play electronic music.
Ooh.
I've been trying to send out my demo to people, and
Now, I
that's why I decided to talk.
I like electronic music, Dania.
Oh, good.
Who are some of the
Maybe
people
I can
who are?
send you my demo.
Please do. Please send it. Who do you who would you say? I know you're not just copying people, but who is a prime influence on your music?
Definitely Adult. Are you familiar with Adult?
I am not
Detroit.
familiar with Adult. Is it?
Oh, synth punk duo. They've been around since the 90s.
Wow, how am I not familiar with Adult?
Definitely. Adults are great. Yeah, they're awesome.
Now
I think
I
you'd
just
like them.
now I feel
They're on the punk
stupid.
side.
Okay.
No,
I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna listen to some
No.
Adult when I drive home tonight.
don't feel that way. It's spelled with a period at the end. It's like adult period.
Okay.
I'm so like surprised that you've never heard them.
It's weird. I feel.
I always think they're just like so popular.
Isn't that the weirdest thing when when those things they're huge in your corner of the world, and
In
then
my world, yeah.
then you leave the idea that there are regularly arena-sized acts that sell out 15,000 seaters without even blinking. And they can be just off the radar of the mainstream culture. It's kind of amazing. It's kind of
It's kind of like.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like that feels like that would be like the perfect place to be as an artist. It's like people aren't gonna recognize you on the street, but you are a successful artist. That's where I want to be. Trying to manifest that.
Yeah.
By sending out my demo to places.
Now, what name do you perform under, Dania?
It's called Station, but it's spelled like the name Stacia, so it's like STACIAN.
STA.
I should CIAN.
Okay.
So it's like Stacia.
Gotcha.
It's like I really love craft work.
Mm-hmm.
And band Malaria. Remember
Yeah,
Malaria?
I love Malaria.
German. Yeah, me too. I
Mm-hmm.
like bands with saxophone.
Kleenex. Do you like Kleenex?
Yeah, I love Kleenex. I love all that, like post-punk, punk.
39
from
clocks.
UK, like that. I don't know that one.
Somebody
Rip it
doesn't
up and
know
start again.
everything. No, I'm kidding. No.
I definitely don't know half the bands you mentioned on the show in the last. I've been listening since like 2007 or something.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. Do you know that
Before,
that label? You ever hear of the label Zigzag?
Zigzag?
Zigzag. Yeah, it was a pretty huge, influential label in the 80s with a lot of.
It's spelled Zikza.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It's they did a lot of, they put out a lot of kind of punky electronic stuff. I think you'd be into.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just wrote it down on my notepad.
Excellent. Well, Danya, I want you to send me some of your music, please. Send me some.
How do I send it?
Oh, you got to figure that out yourself. Now, just
I have to figure it out.
Just shoot me on the social medias. Just send Are you on Instagram? Are you on Instagram?
Yeah.
Just drop me a line on Instagram.
Okay.
Okay.
I will send it to you.
I'll check it out, and
thank
maybe
you so much, Tom.
Maybe
I haven't listened.
Yeah,
I haven't listened live
in a long time.
I haven't listened live in so long, and I tried to go. I was like, oh, I should listen to the best show right now. Maybe I can like hear what's actually happening in real time.
Well, now look at you
after the fact.
You're not just listening to the
I
best
couldn't
show.
find it.
You are the best show right now.
I would. I will never be good enough to be the best show.
Wow.
But I couldn't find how to listen live. I was like looking at Twitch, and apparently that's not being used anymore.
Twitch
I called in like, how do I listen live?
Yeah. Look.
Yeah.
You found it. You found it. You're good.
Found it, and I have best show for life.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Danya. All right, I'm going to check your music out. Thank you for checking in. I'll talk to you later. Hold on, wait, no connection. What? What happened? Where'd the connection go? Hello, Best Show. Hello? Hello? What? I think we got a tech problem. This is what I'm gonna do.
Working on it right now.
They can call back. Call back. I'll get you on the air right away. I'll get you right away. But what we're going to do, we are going to throw it over to the rest show now, the best show post show over on the Patreon. Join us over there. Thank you so much to Paul Grimstad. Thank you so much to Sedona. So great having both of them on the show. Join us on the Patreon for the best show post show in 2 minutes. We'll see you on there. And I appreciate all of you. And I will see you, the people who aren't following us, I'll see you next week. Everybody else, see you on the rest show, baby. Show.